If you thought the meltdowns would end with Trump's win, wait until you see how they're reacting to his nominations.
And he has chosen anti-vax Nepo maniac Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as Secretary of Health and Human Services. I know, that sounds insane, but we should all keep an open mind, because that's how the worm gets in.
Colour me surprised that this didn't go down well with an audience who up until as recently as last year looked like this.
Because they're still wearing masks. So, RFK Jr. is now in charge of our health. Exactly what everyone voted for.
This joke is sponsored by Pfizer. The same people questioning the sanity of RFK using his power to address America's health crisis applauded the hiring of this individual as Assistant Secretary for Health. Who would you trust more to have the best interests of your health at heart? This guy?
That's a good boy.
Or this individual?
Hello, I'm Dr. Rachel Levine. As an openly transgender woman, I would like to highlight the importance of diversity. Diversity should be welcomed and actually celebrated.
Happy Pride Month, and actually, let's declare it a summer of pride.
At Health and Human Services, we're focusing on health equity. We are working, for example, on the impacts of climate change on health. When it comes to making sure kids are healthy and happy, I know how important care that affirmed someone's true identity can be. Gender-affirming care is life-saving, medically necessary, age-appropriate, and a critical tool for healthcare providers.
Wow, tough choice. Fattest, sickest country on earth concerned new health secretary might do something different.
Everyone's still freaked out about the nominations he made yesterday, like making Matt Gaetz the Attorney General of the United States. And that story...
CNN reporters are so distraught at the prospect of Gaetz becoming AG, they're crying and hugging each other in the hallways. No, I'm serious, that's literally what they're doing.
He's not going to receive a very warm welcome from the career folks there. We've seen people today, our fellow reporters, crying, hugging in the hallways.
Oh no, not Matt Gaetz. He might use the DOJ to go after his political adversaries. Oh, you mean like you did for the past 4 years?
He's running this country like it is a reality show. But instead of Meatloaf and Dennis Rodman, he's got Matt Gaetz and Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi Gabbard as Director of National Intelligence.
This is a very serious mistake. If Tulsi Gabbard is allowed to take over as Director of National Intelligence. As a member of Congress, she got intelligence briefings that she often said she didn't believe.
Oh no! How on earth is America going to get involved in pointless, devastating, economically crippling, meat grinder foreign wars based on phony intelligence now?
Stephen Miller is poised to become the Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy. He's best known for his support of hardline immigration rules. Joining him, Tom Homan as Trump's new border czar.
You better start packing now.
The former head of Immigration and Customs Enforcement is now in charge of Trump's mass deportation plan.
Wait, hold up. Trump's picking hardliners on immigration and border control, and thereby following through on the very election promise he made to voters to take a hard line on immigration and border control. The sheer temerity.
President-elect Donald Trump is picking loyalists to fill key posts in his second administration.
Wait a minute. Trump's picking loyalists, having won the election and secured a popular vote mandate. Trump's giving power to people who agree with him on that mandate. Truly shocking. The man who was almost assassinated twice wants to be surrounded by people who are loyal to him. Absolutely disgusting. The red wave is complete. RFK Jr. has just been tapped for an official role in the Trump administration. Judging by the already announced appointments and by Kennedy's own words, it's my personal opinion that making America healthy again will be a top presidential priority. We know from RFK's News Nation town hall that he's overwhelmingly positive about the potential of psychedelic treatments. Between Elon Musk and Vivek's Department of Government Efficiency and RFK's mission of helping tens of millions of Americans get on the high road, I'm very bullish personally on psychedelics. As far as I can tell, existing products are far inferior to the one in development stage by Cybin Inc., the sponsor of today's video. I've looked in depth into Cybin, and this is my first full-fledged Trump-era stock market it bet. I want to show you the valuation proposition of Cybin Inc., which I'm extremely excited about. Cybin Inc.'s market cap is $215 million, which is lower today than the total sum the company has raised from major institutional players. Of the $250 million that was raised, Cybin still has more than $150 million in cash still in the treasury, and the company's breakthrough drug so far is passing regulatory hurdles with flying colours. The company's already passed several key milestones, yet the market is presently valuing the enterprise at only $70 million. These are the geniuses that are developing the company's drugs. I don't know how we can make this any clearer. America's healthcare system is about to go through a metamorphosis under the Trump administration. Cybin Inc. is one of the most interesting drug development companies I've ever seen in my life. Psychedelics, especially psilocybin, are already administered with great success to patients suffering from depression, but the current products require frequent visits to the clinic, year-long treatments, and seemingly no end to it. What Cybin Inc. is working on is revolutionary. The clinical trials have shown promising results after 2 intermittent doses 3 weeks apart, and patients report sustained results. Think of the increased productivity if depression can be cured, with minimal visits to a clinic with lasting results. No more chronic diseases which last years, and these patients can resume being positive members of society and a source of joy for their families. Depending on the speed at which the Trump administration can work, we could be on the verge of further decriminalization. Cybin Inc.'s CYB003 development stage drug addresses major depressive disorder, MDD. The addressable market is monumental. 300 million people worldwide and 21 million in the US with MDD. The level of success of present products is not up to par. So in my view, Cybin Inc. has a major opportunity. Elon Musk continued to educate and inform his ex-followers about the need for innovative psychedelic treatments, and I believe that Cybin Inc. could be a major beneficiary of what comes next in American healthcare. Joe Rogan is the world's top podcaster, and in his recent 3-hour interview with J.D. Vance, Rogan went on a 2-minute emotional plea for help and explained to the future vice president why veterans of the US Army who were asked to engage in combat, risk their lives, protect their brothers in arms, and suffer from trauma can't access psychedelics. The voices of reason are speaking, and I believe this administration will do much in paving the way for innovative psychedelics treatments for medical use for veterans and perhaps the entire population. That's the reason I'm so bullish on Cybin Inc. And remember, the market cap of Cybin Inc. is $215 million, of which $150 million is cash. The addressable market for their drug, if it becomes commercial, is in the billions of dollars. These are transformational moments in life, but I urge you to research Cybin Inc. and conduct your own independent due diligence.
Hegseth has also said that any general that was involved in any of the DEI woke crap has got to go. Do you expect Donald Trump to fire top generals who he considers woke, or those close to former chairman Mark Milley?
I mean, I don't think you have to interpret.
Arrest.
Yeah, I don't think you have to interpret anything. I think they've been very clear that they're putting together some sort of panel that's going to look at generals.
Oh no! Trump and Pete Hegseth are going to make the US military's priority protecting America from its enemies and not protecting transgender employees from having their pronouns disrespected. The unbridled horror. What's next? They're going to stop the US military from funding and promoting drag queen shows for kids.
US Navy is approaching a drag queen influencer to help persuade new recruits into joining the military.
However, will the world's preeminent superpower survive? The same people whining about Trump's nominees being unfit for the job picked this guy to be transportation secretary.
If an underpass was constructed such that a bus carrying mostly black and Puerto Rican kids to a beach, or there would have been, in New York was designed too low for it to pass by, that obviously reflects racism that went into those design choices.
The same people whinging about Trump's picks being unqualified.
The defense secretary is Pete Hegseth. He has no prior government experience.
You heard what Speaker Johnson said about Matt Gaetz. What do you think? I think he's not only unqualified, he is really disqualified.
Vehemently supported Biden's picks, including Javier Becerra for Health and Human Services, no health background, Jared Bernstein, chair of Council of Economic Advisors, not an economist, Alejandro Mayorkas, DHS secretary, no security background, Jennifer Granholm, energy secretary, no energy background, Gina Raimondo, commerce secretary, no trade background, Pete Buttigieg, transportation secretary, no transportation background, and literally earned the nickname Pothole Pete. Yeah, a lot of stones being thrown from glass houses.
Let's not forget, we had a nominee for HHS secretary in this administration who had never dealt with health care before being nominated. So I think that the notion that...
I'm not here to defend. He was the Attorney General for the state of California. This is a little bit of a different...
He had experience suing healthcare companies, but not anything to do with health care.
Meanwhile, all the hashtag Be Kind people are leaving X and signing up for Blue Sky because they just want to be extra kind to each other. People like this.
Save your ass, MAGA dude.
Thank you so much. We love you so much.
I don't love you.
But we love you.
I don't love you.
I hope God helps you.
I do not want your love. I want you to find yourself in a Princess Diana car accident.
So kind. The hysterical censorship happy hall monitors all piling into one platform had the hilarious effect of completely overwhelming Blue Sky with so much mass reporting of posts they could barely handle it. Progressives all fleeing Twitter to congregate in one place elsewhere. Be interesting to see how that one turns out. While very online shitlibs are carving out a safe space where their dumb opinions won't ever face the terrifying potential of being challenged, others are traumatized at the mere prospect of encountering Trump supporters in the real world.
If you voted for Trump, don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't come near me.
That absolutely won't be a problem.
I'm having a delayed reaction, but I just realized that I'm too scared to use dating apps now. I want to go on it, and I just, every message and every profile just makes me think that it could be somebody like that's emboldened by Trump.
Yeah, something tells me the likelihood of Trump supporters swiping right on her is not going to be an outcome that she really needs to worry about. Meanwhile, a top gender surgeon in Florida says it's frightening that the incoming Trump administration might make it more difficult for girls claiming they're transgender to get their breasts amputated.
Yeah, it is frightening times. We don't really know what's in the future.
She laments the fact that the law in Florida prevents her from doing it to children.
Here in Florida, we've been on the forefront of trying to introduce new legislation. We do have a ban on surgical care for transgender youth.
But reassures the community that more appointments are being made available before Trump takes office.
We've opened up more surgery days, we've opened up more appointment days to try and accommodate people as efficiently as possible, you know, who are concerned about getting their surgery done before the new administration takes over. And I believe we even still have some surgery dates available before then.
Quick, get your irreversible body mutilation booked in before it's too late. If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit pauljosephwatson.locals.com and either pledge a one-time donation or subscribe to join my community, get early access videos, and message me directly. And exclusive live streams coming soon too. Promise. Check out the Locals link down in the description. And don't forget to take a look at the brand new website, modernity.news. That's where you'll find all my content, including exclusive articles. That's modernity.news.